Hey, this is Prometheus giving you another breakdown. I'm actually in the 49ers playbook, and I'd be looking at a formation which essentially is in almost every single playbook in the game. There's probably a handful of playbooks that are not in there, and I'll just show you these right now of where you can't find these. These are the exceptions. Other than that, single back formation, wing or pair is very popular formation. This is good to have as a scheme for draft champions if you decide to jump into that, because this is something you can use as a base formation going into gameplay. Now, once again, I've been in the 49ers. I have broken down extensively a lot of different formations for my patrons. I form slot close, also I form pro, the close formation pro. I've also done the close strong, the halfback Z close, and I'll be doing some stuff out of the gun formation too. This particular formation, the tight wide off, has got some really great route concepts, unique routes that you can't actually find. But we're going to be focusing on a couple different formations in the single back. Wing flex close is something I've already broken down. I'm going to do another variation of this deuce close, but we're going to take a look at this one because I know that this can offer you guys, all of you pretty much that are using a lot of these standard playbooks, you can use a single back wing. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the plays right here. Audibles, we've got Y stick, the halfback dive, tight end attack, and then play action tight end flood. Tight end attack is basically the money passing play. It's got unique verticals routes that actually beat a lot of man coverages, so we're going to have that as one of our base plays. Stick is just a very generic play. I don't really care for it too much, so I'm going to go ahead and swap that out for this particular play, which is curls combo. And then the play action tight end flood, there's a bunch of different plays I can actually use. I could probably use this play, which is going to be the play action drag wheel. This is a nice little play that you can use, but we're going to go ahead and use this particular play, which essentially is going to be this one, which is going to be the play action boot left. Actually, because of the update, the patch, it broke this play. This play used to have a touchdown opportunity against cover 2 shells, but it's changed, and the route, the adjustments have to be a little bit different. So if you've seen this formation breakdown before on my channel, you want to go ahead and pay attention. So out of the huddle, I'd use a stretch play, but I don't like these stretch alert smokes because they're very limited. So if I was actually going to I have about a running play, I'd use a inside zone because it's going to get me off to the B gap type situation and get to the outside. I'm going to go against random 34 defenses. So we're just going to go our 43 defenses, and basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for the hole and for the good blocking right here. And what's cool about this zone play is I can flip it to the opposite side, and I can go ahead and cut it outside and just take it from there. If you got an opponent that's spreading his line for whatever the reason, you can go ahead and just use the dive play, and this essentially is going to get you inside run there. So why that middle linebacker didn't get blocked on that dive play is beyond me. So let's just see the double play right here, and basically go ahead and get it up. So there's your running formation. You can use a zone or maybe a pitch, but those are the best plays. Now let's take a look at the curl combo. Curl combo, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my inside tight end and put it on a curl route, and really what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my progression either left to right or right to left. I'm going to look to the outside receiver and either look to the flat or the inside guy based on the coverages. And really what I'm going to do from there is just make my decisions on where I'm going to go with the ball. So let's just go back to this particular play real quick and just make my reads. All right, so here you can see they get bracketed, so I'm just going to go and check it down underneath. So I'm getting cover 2 coverages, which is nice to be able to show this to you so you can see the underneath stuff. But we're really going to watch this guy. You can see how he gets bracketed. I can't throw this. This guy falls back in the zone, so I'm just going to check it down underneath and just take an easy completion. So that's what I like about this here play. So let's just go ahead and do the same thing. I can leave the guy on the little short route, but I like to have the little depth. I like how it kind of exposes my opponent. And you can see right here, I can go to the opposite side the same way against my opponent with these reads. So your opponent can lock this play up fairly quickly, but it's nice to have this into your scheme, because if he runs like cover 3 coverages where he's doing cloud flats, you can basically hit him in a sweet part of the zone and keep him guessing. This is going to open up basically a lot of the stuff. So you want to do a low ball pass lead to make sure the defender can't get over the top of it, and just go and hit your guys across like that. So let's just go and see underneath, and hopefully go and flip it up and actually get yourself an opportunity for a 1-play touchdown. So there's your scheme. Very easy to read. And if your guys are actually bottled up, what you can do is you can basically go ahead and playmaker one of these wide receivers, and that actually will do that. But you can hit the inside guy right here, you can hit these outside guys, and if the defenders don't come down to the flats, you just check down to the flats and pick up 5 yards. But it's very fast and easy progressions, and it's going to be very hard for your opponent to stop that unless he plays the right defenses. Now let's take a look at the best play right here, which is going to be the tight end attack. Now there's a couple ways I'll run this. I'll run this play where I'm going to go and drag up or in the outside receiver, or I'll do the same thing on the opposite side where I'll do an in route or a drag route. It really depends on yardage and stuff like that. I find that I use an in route on the right side, and I'll use a drag on the left side because I just want the left side to basically do it in coverage. Now, if I see one-on-one coverage off the left in a single high safety, typically where my fastest wide receiver is, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my guys real quick and make a determination where I'm going to do. I'll take a shot with Samuels over the top and basically go and rack that for a 1-play touchdown. So if my opponent does not play over the top coverage, he does not play deep zones with this your play, and he's got press man, I'm going to go and try to hit that. Now, if my opponent is using cover 2 like this, basically what I'll do is I'll go ahead and either drag, or I'll take my opposite guy and put him on an in route and basically look to the underneath first, and then look to the over the top next. So let's just go ahead and just do this. We're going to drag up with Samuels. The coverages float up, and I'm just going to go and check it down and pick up the 5 or 6 yards and force my opponent to defend underneath. One of the best Madden players in the game. Basically, they force their opponents to defend in the underneath and then try to open up the over the top. So let's just go and watch this. Once again, one-on-one coverage, press man. I'll take that shot up top to go and get myself a 1-play touchdown. So let me just show you my read. I know it's press man. The guy's inside. So you can see right here, this guy's pressing down. Even if it's cover 2 or whatever, I know he's going to get to the outside. And then my next read is going to be this safety right here. If this safety floats back this way, that's double coverage. That route's dead. So I'm just going to make my next progression. But if he floats inwards, he comes down to this where, and I get one-on-one coverage, I'm just going to go ahead and just pop this up top and just lob it, and then just rack the ball from there and get myself a 1-play touchdown. So that's what's great about having this play in your arsenal, is that it's going to give you these 1-play touchdowns. So once again, let's just go with this. We're going to drag this guy up. And against man coverages, once again, if the guy carries, you can go ahead and just hit this guy underneath on the opposite side. So let's just go back to this again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take my outside receiver wide receiver number 2 and put him on an in route. And once again, it's going to force my opponent to defend the outside like that. So that's what's cool about this particular play, is that he's going to have to kind of pick his poison on where he wants to go with it. So right here, and here you go. This is a tight pass. Probably shouldn't have squeezed it in there because it turned into double coverage, but against man matching principles, that route by the tight end is actually going to be available for you. So let's see here. Here you go. Sideline right here. This route was basically something I really wasn't paying attention to, but I'll just show you the coverages. This looks like it was cover 2 coverage right here. So it is cover 2 coverage. This guy lets him go. I'm watching this guy. I'm watching for this guy to break in, but look at the safety right here. He just bites down, and he's completely out of position for this. So I'm just going to do an outside pass lead with this route and actually get a nice little completion for almost a touchdown right there. So you get shoestring tackled right there in that type of situation. So that's what's cool about it. So, but what I like about this particular play is just that you just want to go ahead and try to establish that underneath stuff right there against your opponent. So you're going to do the inside read right here. And we're just going to go and check it down and force him to user that. So if he uses the guy right over the middle of the field, you're going to open up stuff with the tight end over the top. So watch this. So you can see how if he was using away that one in route, this route is going to be wide open for you. And what's cool about this too is that you can do stuff like this where basically you can do a drag, a deep comeback route. And here's another thing I've discovered just labbing this thing up is that this route will actually, with a deep comeback route, this is going to stupid out the zone right here that plays this route. So this is one of the things I've discovered labbing this is that a deep comeback route is just going to dumb out this zone right here. And I'm actually releasing the ball already. But look what happens with this guy. He actually has to play this deep comeback route. He actually pulls himself off for the deep comeback route. And right there, I anticipate that, and I'll throw the ball. And this guy's, because he's coming outside, he's coming back inside, I'm able to get a big completion right down the middle of the field. So this is a play that you really can just really lab into your scheme. And it is one of those types of plays that you want to have in your back pocket when you're playing this game. So let's just go ahead and see if we can just do a little drag route right here and see. So you got yourself a good tight end. He's going to be able to complete passes like that or catch passes like that and just keep your opponent guessing. But it's got really pretty much everything that you could possibly ever need right here. So we've got a cover 2 type shell. And you can see, if you're locked up, just run with your quarterback. Now let's take a look at the last play, which essentially is going to be this play right here, the play action boot. If I'm not seeing cover 2 against my opponent, what I can do is I can go and streak up this tight end. And I'm anticipating like cover 3 or just man coverage. I can go ahead and use this levels concept with the route and actually just keep my opponent guessing like that. Let's just go and see if we play with this a little bit. I'm going to streak this guy up. Okay, so here you go. And this is actually in the lab once again and just trying to develop something for you. So what happens with this sort of play is you want to go ahead and try to provide yourself with a couple of adjustments here. I want to have this streak right here to basically get past the coverages, and I also want to have this little crossing route to complement that deep comeback route. And the reason I have that crossing route back there is that that drag route is I want him to pull any defenders down. So against cover 2, we're going to do the following setup like this. And really what we're going to do is we're going to look for the one-on-one coverages, and we're going to go and hit this guy down the middle of the field like that. So this is a good play to go ahead and throw into this scheme right here. Let's see if we get the cover 2 coverages. We don't. But we're just going to go ahead and just keep hitting ourselves with our opponent. Now, I want to just let you know, really what it comes down to is attacking your sidelines and the outsides. We've got the drags and stuff like that, and the inside route development with the tight end attack, and then the inside running plays. And this will let you get a nice little deep comeback route that you can hit up against your opponent. And you've got a little crosser like this. So these are formations that I'm going to be using. Single back wing. I'll be using some other different schemes like this, but this is a really good formation to use. It's more about establishing the run, the inside run, the curls and stuff like that, but you'll see me using this type of scheme. I would definitely go ahead and throw in the tight end attack into your scheme, because this is a really, really good play that you can have in your back pocket, and it's a play that's in pretty much almost every single playbook. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. If you like these type of tips, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. in the notification icon, because I'm going to try to roll out weekly schemes to you guys on a regular basis. But if you want to get the stuff in advance, you can go to my Patreon, and for $1 you can get access to my 49ers ebooks. You're going to have about 10 different formations broken down, so you can just jump into this and start being really effective. I was playing a top 500 player and took him down to the last seconds of the game with the first time of me running this ebook all together. So you can definitely be a better Madden player if you just know your reads. So thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.